The views and opinions of this broadcast do not reflect the views and opinions of Armed Media, New Productions, and its affiliates. Enjoy the show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Monday night right here on Armed Radio, and that means you are listening to Two Beards Talk, and I am Daniel Sanders.
And I am Sherlock Holmes, a.k.a. Matt Lassiter.
Are you the RDJ Sherlock Holmes or the Benedict Cumberbatch?
Of course it's RDJ.
I mean, we do have to establish this.
Yeah, it's always RDJ. Come on.
Definitely have to establish that, for sure.
Come on.
But, I mean, do you really want to be somebody who, in a previous film, went all out to, I mean, like, there was controversy in the movie about him being in blackface, and then I think there was controversy about him being in blackface.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. No fucks given. Is the thing. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Like there was controversy about the controversy.
Yeah, I don't care. I really don't care. Fucking social justice warriors are goddamn hypocrites, anyways.
Yes, they are.
And we'll get to that.
We will get to that. But before we do, as we always do at the start of every show here at Two Beards Talking, we want to give a big shout out to the troops, to the men and women serving overseas and on the home front. We appreciate everything y'all are doing for us. Keep up the good work. Come home safe. We're all rooting for you here back home. Pandemic, sure.
Yeah, I'm done with the COVID-idiots.
Yeah. COVID season is over.
COVID-idiots.
Yes, COVID-idiots.
Dumbass.
That almost sounds like a book of the Bible. Covidiots. It's right next to Covidicus.
Covidiots 1, thou shalt wear thine mask. And if thine don't, thine shall have a foot put in ass.
And it's followed by the book of Karen.
Yes. There are so many more commandments in the book of Karen. We can't get into all that.
Yes. For those of you that don't know, the book of Karen was actually one of the books that the Catholic Church omitted from the Bible.
Just because it would have made the Bible 3 times as long.
Yeah.
Longest book of the Bible.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. Bet a lot of you Bible thumpers out there didn't even know that.
Yeah, didn't even know about the book of Karen. Now you do.
Didn't know about a whole lot of the books of the Bible that the Catholic Church said, no, I don't think we want that in there.
Maybe I ought to take that out. Book of Karen was one of them.
Book of Karen was one of them.
And apparently so was COVIDiots.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's what we need to do. We need to come up with a new COVIDiot commandment every show. Like this one.
So yeah, number 1, thou shalt wear thine mask.
Yeah. We got, over the next 10 shows, you'll get 9, or over the next 9 shows, you'll get 9 more commandments.
Yes.
So there you go.
Absolutely. And here's the thing about it. You're not going to hear all of those right here on Armed Radio. If you want to hear every single one of them, you're going to have to go to anchor.fm, look up the show there, Two Beards Talking. We do release additional content throughout the week that you're not going to hear on Armed Radio. So if you want to hear what else we have to say about stuff, go look us up on anchor.fm. And
if you're really nice and you want to throw a little sponsorship our way over at the anchor.fm, we might even make a t-shirt with all the COVIDiots commandments.
Ooh.
There you go.
I like it.
Yeah. We're just throwing out ideas right now, just spitballing.
I like it. And you know what? We got it on the air right now, so that is our idea. If anybody else comes up with another fucking shirt, we're going to sue your ass for copyright infringement.
Fuck that. I'm going to kneecap him with a goddamn Louisville Slugger. I'm going mafia tactics.
God damn, Negan, calm the fuck down.
You don't fuck with Lucille. But Negan don't kneecap motherfuckers. He goes for the head.
Yeah, that's true.
Straight up
He goes
headshots.
for the home run.
Straight up headshots.
Oh man, do you remember the airline incident where the doctor refused to give up his seat, the Asian doctor, and he got the ever-loving shit beat out of him?
And they imposed Glenn's face on it. Yes.
Oh no, it wasn't even that. The best meme I saw from that was someone had photoshopped Negan with Lucille standing in the aisleway of the plane, and the caption on the photo said, "We here at United Airlines are looking for a volunteer."
Yeah, I could see that.
That was the best meme I saw out of all of that.
Yeah, that shit was spicy.
It was.
That's why you don't fly United.
Go Spirit Airlines.
Yeah, no, don't go fucking United. You get your ass beat. You will find out if them Brazilian jiu-jitsu lessons are paying off or not.
You know, speaking of spicy memes, the Beirut thing.
Holy shit, dude.
You talk about fucking spicy.
The funniest one I saw so far was it showed the explosion, and it says when Mia Khalifa's dad got internet.
Oh.
I was like, damn.
That's a good one. No, I've got a couple of them here. There's this one. Breaking news: Lebanese man breaks world record for the amount of Mentos in a Diet Coke bottle. Let's see here. There was another one that here it is. When it's your first day working the docks in Beirut, let me just show you this picture.
Oh, I've already seen that one. That one's on my phone right now.
For those of you who can't see it or haven't seen it, it is a picture of a forklift
falling off the dock.
Yeah, falling off the dock, the loading dock, and it's carrying what appears to be some form of nuclear warhead.
Yeah, which I gotta assume that they gotta be a little bit more stable than that.
Yeah, I
we
mean,
transport them fuckers in trucks. Okay,
I mean, hence why the one in this picture has not exploded.
Yeah, it was building to that.
It was getting there. But yes, so many spicy memes came from that.
It was pretty good.
It was. We're talking heartburn spicy.
Yeah, I definitely needed to. I needed some milk. He needs some milk.
Then there was the Joe Dirt meme.
Oh God, I can only imagine.
God, I can't remember everything, but it's the scene from the first Joe Dirt where he's talking to the guy with the fireworks. You got this and this and this and this, but you don't have this. And then it shows the explosion, and there's Joe Dirt going, "Dang!"
I'm surprised they didn't use the scene where he's standing there with the fucking shitter tank on his back. And he's like, "I hit it, go boom." I'm surprised they didn't use that one.
Oh man, yep. So if you're one of those meme people, meme generators, whatever you call yourself, what do we call these people?
Meme lords.
Meme lords. Okay, if you're a meme lord and you think you got something that's going to tickle our funny bone, this next topic, you're going to love this. We want to see your memes. So when you get done listening to us talk about it, make sure you go on Facebook to our page, Two Beards Talking. You post your meme on there, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to pick a winner.
Yeah.
The person with the funniest meme about this next topic, you're going to get one of those Covidiots 10 Commandments t-shirts for free.
And if you're in the continental United States, we might even let you come on air with us.
Might even do that.
Just depends. It's got to be a knee slapper, dude. I better piss my pants.
I
better piss somebody else's pants.
That's not funny. My dog's been doing that.
Must have been some funny shit. Keep the dog off the internet.
Fucking pisses me off. I don't know what the fuck is going on, how this goddamn dog is doing it, because I shut my bedroom door. Plain and simple. I get home from work at night. It's fucking late. I'm tired. My pants are going wherever the fuck they end up at when I get in the bed, and then I'll put them in the dirty laundry the next day. I go to pick my damn pants up to put them in the dirty laundry, and fucking puddle of piss right there in the middle of my damn pants. And I know for a fact my bedroom door was shut last night. I don't know what this goddamn dog is doing. I don't know if he's doing like a, Scotty beam me from point A to point B, or if he's developed the ability to get up, work the doorknob, come in, take a piss, sit around and eat my M&Ms, leave and shut the door behind him. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
You know what I think it is? Max is a big fucker.
He is.
So I think what it is, maybe you're not getting the door shut all the way.
No. I make sure the door is latched.
And he's just pushing that fucker open. and just like, show him, shut the door on me, piss on his fucking pants.
Yeah, no, the door is latched when I shut it. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
This dog has figured something out.
Yeah, smart dog. He likes me, so he must be a smart dog.
We won't talk about that. But what we will talk about, Antifa
Versus.
Sturgis.
Yeah. Antifa, this is for you.
I just before we get into that, what in the fuck made Antifa think it was a good idea to go to the largest bike rally in the fucking world, where, and this is a conservative estimate, 95% of the people attending are 1%ers.
I wouldn't say 95. It's a no colors event.
I know it's a no colors event.
So like,
but
you're gonna have your regular bikers that are just up there having fun, looking at the bikes.
well, when I say,
but there are a lot of 1%ers.
when I say, and when I say 95% of them are 1%ers, of that 95%, probably 50% are actual 1%ers. The other 50% are people who just wear the fucking patch.
Well, no, if you wear a 1% patch, you fucking earned it. You don't just put on a 1% patch. You fucking earned that shit.
Oh, I've met several people that didn't earn shit.
But, there's probably a bunch of support clubs there and stuff like that. But then, you have those just regular Joe Schmo guys that want to ride their bikes up to South Dakota and fucking hang out and have a good time.
Yeah. But, yeah. Antifa showed up at Sturgis.
And what happened? Yeah, go ahead. Do the thing.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole thing.
Just do the thing. You do the thing, then we can talk about it.
We're going to do the thing, but I'm waiting for the prime moment to do the thing. Because here's the thing about it. If you show up at a fucking bike rally thinking you're going to start some shit,
you're gonna have a bad time.
and they did. They had a bad fucking time.
All right, so let's do tail of the tape, okay? Your average Antifa member that is a male, I'm going to say
5'8", 140 pounds.
5'8", 140 pounds.
We'll give them some credit. We'll go 150.
Okay, 150. You know what? I'll even go on the bigger side, 165.
Okay, 5'8", 165. So we're at the lower end of the spectrum for... Actually, no, I don't think 5'8" is. I don't think 5'8" is in the heavyweight class.
No, it's not. It's not.
That's middleweight.
Middleweight at least. But okay, so 5'8", 165, and then you have your average biker that looks like, me. God damn it.
About
6'3",
6'3", 240, 250 average
with a fucking beard that will knock you out.
Yes.
What did you think was going to happen? You motherfuckers are goddamn lucky that the Sturgis police were there.
Yes.
If the Sturgis police had not been there, they would have beaten you with each other. Seriously, one biker would have picked up a dude and beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Do you remember that scene? I don't remember which Matrix movie it was in. I want to say it was the second one, Matrix Reloaded, where CGI Neo grabbed CGI Agent Smith and started beating the shit out of the other CGI Agent Smiths with him?
Yeah.
That's what it would have been.
Yeah, that exact scene would have played out. Only there wouldn't have been that many Antifa people.
And, here's the thing about it. Sturgis police was standing between the cops and Antifa.
And you know what? If I'm a Sturgis police, that's not where I want to fucking be.
No.
Because we're talking conservative estimate, 250,000 people.
At least.
That's conservative estimate. I don't want to be the 10 cops.
I was going to say estimated number of Sturgis police officers.
The ones that the specific video I saw where the cops were marching Antifa out with bikers in tow, screaming shit, and it's inaudible. You can't tell what it's saying, but probably something along the lines of, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Something along them lines. But there was like 10 cops, maybe 15 at max. If those bikers wanted to just rush that, The fuck are 15 cops going to do?
Get the fuck out of the way.
They're going to lay down in the fetal position and be like, just trip over me for fuck's sake. I just hope someone trips. God damn it.
They're just gonna get the fuck out of the way.
They actually did arrest one biker.
They did arrest one biker.
That I saw.
believe there was I think there was a couple of Antifa members that were arrested.
Yeah, but I only saw one bike, and it took like 6 cops to take him down. It took 6 cops to put this big motherfucker on the ground and get handcuffs on him and then pick him up and walk him out. And I was like, yeah. And it took like half a cop to put one Antifa person on the ground.
This is the best way I could describe it. Do you remember that scene from The Longest Yard, the one with Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
I can't think of his fucking name. The fucking big, tall, giant wrestler.
Are you talking about the Great Khali?
Yes, the Great Khali. You remember the scene where Adam Sandler finally gets him to play ping pong, and I think Papa John's their safety. I'll play.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
That's kind of...
That's the size difference we're talking here.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite as exaggerated because the Great Khali is like 7 foot tall. And he probably weighs like 330 pounds.
Yeah, but here's, Papa John was probably about 6'1", 6'2". So, you switch it up. You get that one big biker up there that's like 6'5", 6'6".
What do you mean one big biker? Did you watch any of those videos?
Oh, I did see snippets but I'm saying you get that one big biker that's
Dude,
like 6'6".
The bikers could have sent their old ladies out to handle Antifa. They could have been like, go handle my light work, babe. I'm drinking a beer. I don't feel like getting up. Just go handle that shit. If he hits you, I'll come out there. But until he hits you, you handle it.
Yeah. This. We're talking about guys who can lay their fucking bikes over on the highway and pick them up like it's nothing.
Yeah, these are not, and it's not even just that. Okay.
And I don't know if anybody listening has ever tried to pick up a fucking 1400cc motorcycle.
Yeah,
that's laying on their side. It can be done. You're gonna break a sweat. It's not fun.
Well, dude, okay, the curb weight of my when I had my first bike, my little Spectre 550, curb weight of that was 600 pounds, and that was a Spectre 550. So you get into like a 1400, you're talking about some fucking weight.
Yeah.
But see, it's not even that. Here's the thing. You got bikers. The average biker is a upstanding citizen that just likes to ride motorcycles.
Yes.
They just like to have fun. But then you have the bikers that, as we've already called them, the 1%ers, the ones that aren't going to follow your rules.
What was that movie? Wild Hogs. With John Travolta, Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember that movie. So the Wild Hogs, they were... they were the guys that like to ride for fun.
They just like to ride. Then you have the
Del Fuegos.
Then you have the 1%ers. I'm not going to name any clubs specifically because I ain't trying to start a fucking can of worms there.
Hells Angels.
Well, all right. Have fun with that. But anyways, then you have the 1%ers, the guys that have made up their minds. They're not going to follow society's rules.
Right.
They don't like to listen to cops.
No, they don't.
The fact that they showed restraint, because I'm pretty sure there were 1%ers there.
Oh, I'm sure.
The fact that they showed restraint, count your lucky fucking stars.
See, here's the thing. I'm not afraid to say Hells Angels because unless you've been living under a rock for the last 100 years, you know who the fucking Hells Angels are. And you know what they're about.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. That's the beautiful thing about Sturgis. That's like one of those events. It's a no-color event. Mm-hmm. Which I saw people wearing their cuts and shit like that.
Yeah, they were wearing their patches and they were repping, but they weren't. It wasn't like if the Bloods and the Crips showed up on the same fucking alley.
Well, it's not. It's one of those things where like all the bikers, they get together, they fucking party their asses off. Occasionally, you'll get some violence. But it's usually kept to a minimum because they want to keep Sturgis going because they have fun there.
Yeah.
So they keep the violence to a minimum. But you are so lucky. You could not pay me enough to be a Sturgis police officer standing between bikers and Antifa, I'd be like, fuck it, guys, get them. Shit, you want a baton? Here. Fuck it. Where's my goddamn taser? Here you go.
I'd throw the baton in the middle and say, y'all just go at it.
Actually, better yet, I would hand the baton to the fucking Antifa guy and say, you're going to fucking need it. Better yet, here's my gun. You're really going to need this one.
Now, I would have handed the Antifa kid the taser. Here you go.
You're going to need it.
Luck be with you.
Pull it. Better yet, we're going to take the barbs off. That way you can get more than one stun. That way you can actually dry stun a motherfucker and just keep moving about the crowd. But it's not going to end well. It's not going to end well.
No, it's not. It's really not. What were you thinking?
Well, see, my thing was I saw stories where they were like, Antifa's going to Sturgis. I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're not that dumb. And I'll be goddamn, they're that dumb.
They're that dumb.
Antifa going to Sturgis, I would say, is the level of ass-kicking equivalent of me walking up to a master gunnery sergeant and calling him a fucking boot. Like, the amount of ass kick I'm going to receive is the same amount of ass kick they were going to receive.
Sure, we'll run with it.
Yeah, I just don't see Master Gunnery Sergeant taking that too well, and I don't see the bikers. I actually actively saw the bikers not taking Antifa being there too well. Because, for one, what are you going to protest? What are you there to protest? Because in the biker community, you have black bikers, you have white bikers, you have Hispanic bikers, you have bikers of all races, all nationalities. What are you protesting? They don't like cops, so you can't be protesting fucking police brutality because they already don't like cops. So what the fuck are you protesting?
Yeah, that's oh, Jesus.
That's like me walking out the door with a sign saying, hell no, we won't go. Why? Fuck, I don't know. We just won't. For some fuck all reason.
I mean, I'm just at a loss.
It was
It was entertaining.
We're gonna give them an error on the play. They definitely Antifa gets the error. They poor judgment.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse than poor judgment. Because it's that. Whatever's worse than poor judgment.
Stupidity?
Yeah, well, I guess we can go with stupidity.
Yeah, okay, we'll go with stupidity. So, Antifa, you're fucking stupid.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Now, before we get into this next topic, I do have a smaller topic I want to discuss real quick. I was reading this earlier this morning when I woke up. Now, this is one of those feel-good stories. I like this. I like these kind of stories. There were two boys in Illinois. I think it was Illinois. It may have been Indiana. They were running a lemonade stand, and they were set up on the street corner. They'd made about $30, and security camera footage from a neighbor's house caught two older kids walk up to the lemonade stand. One of them produced what appeared to be a handgun, robbed these kids of their money, stole their cash drawer, and that same day, the cops that came out to do the investigation and everything, take down the report, all of the officers that were there bought lemonade.
Yeah, that's awesome.
People from the neighborhood, when they found out about it, they came out and bought lemonade. And they wound up making more than what these kids stole.
Yeah.
And then the next day, the kids were back out there, set up again. The entire police force showed up in a parade, led by a freaking armadillo.
Of all things.
And every single one of the police officers, the police chief included, they all bought lemonade. I mean, these kids made a fucking killing.
Well, it's just like that kid. Did you hear about that kid with that sweet hustle? Dude, he was doing some... He's going places. Back when the spicy chicken sandwich came out, I can't remember if it was like a Chick-fil-A sandwich or the other one.
Oh, back during the whole chicken sandwich wars?
Yeah. I can't remember which particular chicken sandwich it was. This kid went into the restaurant. He bought like 20 of them. And he went outside, and people had been sitting in line for like an hour. He's like, "So you want for $10?" Dude bought it, drove off. And he just went in the line, "So you want for $10?" And he's like, and people are like, "Man, no, fuck that. That's too high." He's like, "All right, stay here for an hour." He's like, "All right, fine." Dude, he sold all 20 of them, went back in, bought 30 more. Went up there and kept doing it. That kid made like fucking $600 in one day. He got banned from the store. They said, "You can't come back." That kid's going places.
But, yeah, like I said, it's one of those feel-good stories. Like I said, all of the cops came out and bought lemonade from them. The kids more than made what they had lost. People from the neighborhood came out. They said one guy came out. He had bought a whole bunch of bags of chips and candies and stuff like that so the kids could sell it along with their lemonade. It was one of those, like, I'm not crying, you're crying.
It's one of those things that you never see. People highlighting good things cops do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you never see that. You only hear about the bad shit cops do. You never hear about the good stuff.
Exactly. You don't. It was kind of like, it's kind of like when I was deployed in Iraq. You didn't hear about the school that we built or the food that we were giving to civilians and all that other shit. No, you heard about the jackass throwing a fucking puppy off the cliff or the jackasses that were pissing on a fucking dead insurgent's body.
Yeah, you when it comes to authority like that, you never hear about the good stuff.
Yeah. So, definitely commend the officers and the citizens that stepped up and helped these boys out for sure.
Where did that happen at?
You know what? Let me get
Just
the
out of
article.
curiosity.
Let me get the article pulled up here.
Got to make sound effects. So we're going to have dead space. If you hear sound effects, it means we're looking shit up. Bear with us. And if we start humming the Jeopardy theme, looking shit up's taking way too long.
Let's see here. It was in Illinois. Peoria. It was in Peoria, Illinois.
Is it like a burb of Chicago?
I believe so.
Wow, they're lucky that the Chicago PD didn't come out there and fucking steal their money. It's a fucking burb of Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago cops are crooked as fuck. Sorry, Chicago, but you know it's true.
But yeah, look at that. Look at that picture right there. This is an article on CNN.
Oh, wow, CNN ran a good story.
Yeah, I know, right?
Holy
But
shit!
yeah, look, that's at least let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's at least 7 police units in this photo.
I'm surprised it didn't say, the CNN headline didn't say fucking over policing in Peoria neighborhood.
But yeah, it was just, and here's these were 13-year-old boys. Now, I don't know how kids are today, but when I was 13 years old, $30 was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And
Shit, I'm 34 and $30 is still a lot of money.
yeah, that's true.
Fuck, have you priced 9mm lately?
Yeah. But, when I was 13 years old, if I had $30, I thought I was rich. So, fuck yeah, I can go buy that video game I was wanting.
With $20 more that your mom's going to give you.
Yep.
Because I ain't bought it
Well,
yet.
no, when we were that age, a new video game was...
About $40.
Yeah.
At least. They're not 60 like they are today.
Oh, God, no. No, I still remember there was one video game that I got. It was a Legend of Dragoon. And brand new, it was $20.
Yeah, I miss those days.
Yes. So, $30, yeah, I could have bought a brand new video game.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know what kids today think about. You give a kid today $30, he might just go, $30, that's it? What the fuck?
Like, that's not even enough to buy the game I want on Steam.
I know, right?
Unless it's on sale. And then I might have enough to get it. Who knows? Fucking $30.
But, I mean, if I had to guess between the day they were robbed and the next day, they probably cleared a couple $100.
Oh, yeah. Oh, easily.
And, it's 2 boys, so, I'm sure they're going to be splitting the profits 50-50.
Probably, yeah.
You know, I know that's how you and I would have done it when we were kids. Yeah, we're going to run this lemonade stand. We got $30. That's $15 a piece. I mean, that's kind of how it is right now with the fucking show.
Yeah, we got $30.
We got $15 a piece.
Hell yeah, we're moving on up the world.
I can go buy a couple packs of cigarettes.
I'm holding out hope that we can offset the cost of Valhalla with that.
Yes.
Because I know we'll both be getting that game.
Oh man, so yeah, a big shout out to the Peoria, Illinois Police Department, and did it have their names in the article? Let me pull that back up real quick.
The names of the kids?
Yeah,
they usually don't release the names of minors.
Jude and Tristan.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't give the last name though.
Yeah. So
I'm actually surprised it released the first names.
Yeah,
they usually don't do that with minors.
Yeah. So Jude and Tristan, big shout out to y'all. And also a huge shout out to the Peoria, Illinois Police Department.
Yeah, if I'm ever in Peoria, Illinois, and you're still selling lemonade, I'll stop by and get some.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I doubt I'll ever be in Peoria. That's just too close to Chicago. You guys are not gun friendly up there.
You know what? I'll talk to you about this after the show. I might have an idea for something.
Alrighty.
But we're going to move on to our next topic now. I know you're looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
So you go right ahead and run with it.
So, I think it was, I can't remember what night it was. I think it might have been last night. Was night 81 of the riots. I mean, protests, demonstrations, whatever. Riots. It's fucking riots.
They're fucking riots.
In Portland. So, let me tell you what happened on night 81 of the Portland riots.
Tell us what happened on night 81 of the riots in Portland.
A group of Black Lives Matter activists they were forcibly removing a white man from their protest area. And they were like, shoving him and trying to get him out of there forcefully. One woman spoke up and said, hey, leave him alone, blah, 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 blah. They start trying to assault this woman. So then another trans woman is like, hey, leave them alone. They start hitting a trans woman and steal all of her shit. The man turns around, the man that was he was in his truck or something. He stops the truck, gets out to go help this woman. They literally beat him until he was unconscious.
Jesus.
Left this man for dead. There is video on Twitter of the exchange. Andy No shared all the shit. Andy No has been this. He's huge. He loves showing the darker side. He testified in Congress about how Antifa is, about Antifa's tactics.
Right.
But he keeps up with Antifa. He doxes the fuck out. Well, I don't know if he doxes them, but he lets people know who the fuck they are and what they're doing. And they literally beat this man who was trying to protect a trans woman. So I saw this story, and I have quite a few, we'll say lefty friends on my Facebook page. So I posted the article on my Facebook page, and I said simply, okay, to all my lefties out there that are on my Facebook page, when are you going to stand up and denounce this shit? Why are you not standing up and saying it is wrong to commit violence against civilians that are just trying to live their lives? And better still, when are you going to stand up and say, hey, you shouldn't be beating people. You especially shouldn't be beating a trans woman. So in the Oppression Olympics, is BLM top trans rights? Is that how that works in the Oppression Olympics?
Maybe.
Because, the whole thing about intersectionality is the most oppressed person is the one that gets to speak. Well, I would assume that trans people are more oppressed than the Black Lives Matter people.
Oh, you can't say that because Black Lives Matter.
Well, yeah, I'm not disagreeing that Black Lives Matter, but are they more oppressed than trans people?
Well, trans people have never been slaves.
No, they haven't, but they have been beaten senseless because of who they are.
But they're not black.
Some of them are.
But you're racist.
Exactly. And you know what? I posted that literally. I was at work on break and I saw this story. I posted it on my Facebook at like 10 o'clock this morning. And would you believe that none of my lefty friends have said anything about it?
That's because you can't argue against facts.
Yeah, no one said, "Oh, well, that's just wrong. That should not have happened." No one has come out and denounced that violence. No, not at least not any of my friends that are supposed leftists that want equality for everyone.
But the left is supposed to be about tolerance and acceptance.
Yeah, tolerance and acceptance. Did you hear about what some of the Antifa and Black Lives Matter people were screaming at female officers?
No.
They were standing on, these female officers were standing on the front lines, you know, behind the barricades, you know, just standing there trying to keep the peace. And you had these male Antifa, Black Lives Matter, I don't know which group it was, screaming that they were going to sexually assault them with their batons.
Huh?
Yeah, screaming at the female officers they were going to take their batons and sexually assault them with them. But I thought Antifa was supporters of the Me Too movement.
Look at the squirrel.
Yeah, so how can you sit there and scream that you're going to sexually assault someone with their baton, but support Me Too?
You know what? Keep talking. I'm going to do some research here for a second.
How can you say that you're an advocate for trans rights and then not stand up when a trans woman is beaten and robbed by Black Lives Matter activists? How can you say you're an anarchist? Because a lot of them say they're anarchists. How can you say that you are an anarchist and not denounce violence? Anarchy is not about violence. Anarchy directly opposes violence because violence is authoritarian. That means you're using violence to impose your will on other people. Anarchists do not do that. You call yourselves what you actually are: violent, revolutionary, communists. That's what the fuck you are. You are not anarchist. I don't want to hear you say that you're anarchist because it pisses me off, because that's not what anarchy is. So figure out what the fuck you are. Call yourselves that, but you're not anarchist. At this point, you're not even Black Lives Matter. At this point, you're Black Lives Better. Sorry about your luck. Just, I guess, figure out how to live with that, because the average person in America is tired of your bullshit. You're only doing this shit in Democratic cities. You know why you're only doing this shit in Democratic cities? Because if you come to a Republican state, you're going to get your fucking asses kicked. Plain and simple. There's videos floating around the internet of Antifa getting stomped the fuck out every time they go to a red state. So that's the only reason you're pulling this bullshit in Portland. Because everybody votes Democrat and they don't want to come out there and stomp your fucking ass. But eventually, they're going to get tired of your shit and you're going to get stomped the fuck out. And I'm going to laugh my fucking balls off.
Okay, so I've been doing some research here. I'm not seeing any mainstream media outlets reporting on this.
Which one?
The story that we're talking about.
Yeah, no, they won't.
Nothing from CNN.
Local,
nothing from...
the people that I know covered it was, I think, the Post Millennial, the District Herald, maybe?
Yeah.
Covered it. Mostly it would be local affiliates. But yeah, you're not going to see this on mainstream media.
Nothing from CNN, nothing from NBC, nothing from Fox.
Well, which surprises me, because you would assume that Fox would want to run the narrative that these are not protesters, these are riots. That these are violent riots that need to be stopped. You figured they'd want to run that narrative, but they have no spine. They're scared. They're afraid people are going to show up to their house. I don't give a fuck. They're not going to show up to my house. You know my name. I say it on air every fucking week. You have my name. You can find me. I bet you don't show up to my fucking house. I guarantee you don't. You know why? Because I live in a fucking red state. You know what that means? We stomp motherfuckers out. Plain and fucking simple.
The other thing it means is we have castle doctrine and stand your ground law here in Alabama.
Yeah, but I don't even have to go that far. I really
No,
don't.
we really don't. I mean, it's there just in case we need it. It's kind of like the First Amendment and the Second Amendment. The First Amendment, that's all great and all. The second one's there just in case that first one doesn't work out.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You see this? You're only seeing this in Democratic cities: Portland, Seattle,
Chicago,
New York, fucking New York City, which is dying, by the way.
Yeah.
New York City's dying.
And that's not even a COVID joke.
No, it's literally the city is dying. The rich and wealthy people are fleeing the fucking city
Yeah.
in droves. Governor Cuomo is begging them to come back. So, yeah, these Democratic-led cities are dying. And it's their own fucking fault. Because they won't go in there, put Binky in baby's mouth, and spank their fucking asses. Because you're acting like a bunch of fucking kids.
Yeah, y'all really are.
You got something to say, fucking say it. You ain't got to riot about it. Let's look at all the protests the Pro 2A protests that happened. You had hundreds, if not thousands, of Pro 2A people standing on the Capitol steps in fucking Virginia, all locked and fucking loaded. How many people got shot?
What's less than none?
-1 at least.
Okay.
So -1 people were shot in the Pro 2A Virginia protests. Cool. How many people have been killed since George Floyd protests kicked off?
I've lost count.
At least 30. I know of at least 30 people that have been killed since you motherfuckers started your bullshit. So, what's the difference? Why is it that Pro 2A people can go stand on steps with their fucking guns and no one gets shot, but you motherfuckers can't figure out how to say what you need to say and just let it be?
I don't remember Martin Luther King going into Target and stealing shit.
No, I don't.
I don't remember Malcolm X breaking windows in an AutoZone. I'm not saying that he wasn't a violent individual. I'm just saying I don't remember him looting all that much.
Malcolm X was a by any means necessary type person.
He was a by any means necessary type person, but Malcolm X also denounced violence.
You can't say by any means necessary and denounce violence, because violence is a mean that could be necessary.
It is, and he did say by any means necessary, absolutely. But at the same time, he also came out. He was kind of like Al Sharpton. By any means necessary. Well, now, guys, we need to calm down just a little bit. Y'all took it just a bit too far.
Maybe. But that's the thing, though. If you look back to the civil... Like, people want to say that... they want to compare what's happening with the George Floyd riots to the American Revolution. And how we were... losing our shit about the British taxing us without representation. Do you know how many years it took to get from where the revolution started to where it actually began? Because it started, when did it start? 1776?
Well,
1775?
The shot heard around the world. I believe that was 1775.
1775. We're going to run with that. I would say that the tensions between the American colonists and the British armies that were occupying our territories built up for a solid 5 or 6 years before the Boston Massacre even happened.
Yeah. April 19th, 1775. That was the Battle of Concord.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing. The Boston Massacre happened before that.
Yeah.
Okay. The Boston Massacre occurred before the Battle of Concord.
Yeah.
The Boston Tea Party occurred before, I believe, the Boston Massacre.
Let's see here.
I'm going to set you up a fucking timeline of this shit. When was the Boston Massacre?
So we know Battle of Concord, April 1775.
Okay. When's the Boston Massacre?
Boston Massacre occurred March 5th of 1770.
Okay. When was the Boston Tea Party?
I believe the Boston Tea Party came after the Boston Massacre.
Okay.
Let's see here. December 1773. So yeah, you had the Boston Massacre, then you had the Boston Tea Party,
Okay.
then you had the Battle of Concord.
Okay. When did the Townshend Act happen?
Let's see here.
Or the Stamp Act? Because they all happened right around the same time. You can do the Townshend or the Stamp Act. I don't care.
Stamp Act was October 7th to October 25th, 1765.
1765. So we're all the way back to 1765, a full fucking decade before the Revolutionary War started. And that's where the aggression started building. That's when people are like, okay, we're done with this shit. Now we're going to do this, but you need to calm the fuck down. And they kept going peaceably. And then the Boston Massacre happened. They were like, all right, motherfuckers. So they started ramping up what they were doing. And then the Battle of Concord happened. You motherfuckers came out the gate at 100. That's not how this works.
No.
It has been scientifically proven that peaceful protests get more people on your side.
Mm-hmm.
When you go out and you peacefully protest and you say, hey, these are the things we want. You know, we don't want police brutality. We want reforming of the cops. You know, we want a little bit more attention to mental health disorders and stuff like that. People go, okay, that sounds reasonable. It's been proven. But when you start rioting, that's when you start losing support. And that's what's happening. You have black people, like black professors from fucking Washington and Oregon going, what the hell are they still out there doing? You have your own people going, what are you still out here doing? We're confused. What are you protesting? Why is there 81 nights of riots in Portland? First off, where was George Floyd killed? Fucking Minneapolis. I can understand protesting in Portland. I can understand it. Solidarity, brother. I get it.
Yeah. I could even understand there being, I won't say violence and rioting, but, you know, some little bit more uproar in Minneapolis.
But we're talking, what, a solid 800 miles away? And you've had 81 nights straight of protests and riots? What are you protesting at this point? You have no purpose to be out there. The people that did what they did to George Floyd have been arrested. It happened.
Yeah, you know, that's the argument that they use for Cannon Hennant. Well, the person that killed him has been arrested.
That's not what I'm arguing about with Cannon Hennant. My problem with the Cannon Hennant story is the fact that there was wall-to-wall coverage of the fucking Covington kids. The kids that did nothing wrong and were just standing on some steps, wall-to-wall fucking coverage, and you had celebrities going, have you ever seen a more punchable face? That makes the fucking news. That makes the mainstream media news cycle, but a 5-year-old boy being murdered in his front fucking yard doesn't. Can you explain that to me?
Yeah.
How is that more newsworthy?
Although, it is nice to say now that kid, that one Covington kid, the one with the punchable face, he is now the highest paid individual from the Washington Post.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. But that is our issue with the Cannon Hennant thing, is the fact that for some reason Covington kids were marketable and you could run a narrative against them because one of them was wearing a MAGA hat. So you can run the narrative, oh, well, they were Trump supporters and Trump's bad, okay? But a 5-year-old boy, you can't spin a narrative to make a 5-year-old boy look bad. You can only make the black guy look bad in the scenario.
You know, race aside, the perpetrator, you can't make the perpetrator look bad.
They don't want to make the perpetrator look bad, but
that's the thing.
But that's the only thing they could do. If they ran this story, there's no other way to see it than grown man kills little boy. There's no other way to see that. Race be damned. There's no other way to see it. And that's why they won't run the story. But they love to run those stories that try to make Trump look bad.
But, you know, the point that I was making, you know, the comparison between George Floyd and Cannon Hennant, you know, everybody about the Cannon Hennant thing, that is an opponent of the uproar, they said, there was a statewide manhunt and he was captured the next day and blah, 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 blah. Okay. The people that killed George Floyd were arrested and charged. Y'all are still fucking fighting about it.
And guess what? There didn't have to be a statewide manhunt. They just literally went and got them because they didn't flee. You know why you had to have a statewide manhunt for the guy that killed Cannon Hennett? Because he fucking ran.
Like a bitch.
But the cops that killed George Floyd, they didn't fucking run.
Nope.
They took that shit like men. Now, is Chauvin a piece of shit? Yeah, he's probably a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah.
Does he deserve to be in jail? Yeah, he probably deserves to be in fucking jail. But he didn't run. They knew right where to go to pick his ass up.
Mm-hmm.
They put the fucking cuffs on him, read him his fucking rights, put him in the car, took him to holding. Boom. Case closed. He's been arrested. What the fuck are you protesting?
He's been arrested. He's been charged. So y'all don't have anything else to protest about.
You really don't.
That's the argument you're going to use for Cannon Hennett. That's the argument we're going to use for George Floyd. Y'all don't have anything else to protest about. Chauvin's been arrested and been charged. The other officers were arrested. I don't even know what the hell the other officers have been charged with. Accessory and
shit like that. Lesser crimes, but
Yeah.
it's still enough that they wouldn't get their jobs back.
Yeah.
If they were found guilty.
And that... Now that the body cam footage is out.
It's not looking good.
No, it's not.
Because in the body cam footage, I watched all 17 minutes of it. He was saying, I can't breathe before they ever put him on the ground. He was saying, I can't breathe when they were putting him in the cruiser. So he already was having trouble breathing. Or he was at least saying he was having trouble breathing.
Yeah.
We don't know which is the case. But he was already making that known, that he could not breathe. Whether he was lying or telling the truth is irrelevant at this point. He was saying it before he was ever put on the ground.
He was, absolutely. But, I mean, on the flip side of that coin, you know, toxicology showed he was intoxicated at the time. He was high. And I have personally seen it with my own eyes. Some individuals being arrested that don't want to be arrested, they will do and say a lot of shit.
I find the most interesting thing about that is they pulled him out of a car, went to put him in a car, and then all of a sudden he became claustrophobic. You weren't claustrophobic in the car you were already in? How do you suddenly become claustrophobic when you're getting put in the backseat? You ever been in the backseat of a cop car?
Yes.
Pretty fucking roomy. I'm 6'3", a couple 100 pounds. I had room. I mean, I don't necessarily like sitting on my fucking hands. That's a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Wanted to smoke a cigarette, had to roll the window down with my nose. That sucked, but I dealt with it. And I got put in a fucking, a goddamn car, not an SUV. I would have loved an SUV. That would have been dope as fuck.
So I've been in both. I've been in a squad car and I've been in a freaking Tahoe. The squad car had a hard plastic bench.
Yeah, it's not comfortable.
But there was still room.
Yeah, plenty of room. But, so, how are you claustrophobic now? You weren't claustrophobic in the car you were in. You don't just suddenly develop claustrophobia. It's not a thing. That's not a sudden onset situation.
I've never seen acute claustrophobia syndrome.
I've never heard of it. I don't know. I might need to go do some research.
We might have to.
But I can guarantee you should have been just as claustrophobic in the car you got pulled out of. I can almost guarantee that because they were putting him in an SUV.
Yeah. And I think he was in a minivan.
I don't know what the hell he was in, but it was fucking bigger than a squad car.
Yeah.
Guarantee that. And fucking George Floyd didn't look like that big of a man.
No.
I mean, he seemed pretty thin. He looked tall. I'll give him that. He did look tall. He did look tall. I would say at least 6 foot. But I don't think he weighed 250, 260.
I'd say 250 tops.
So, I mean, he shouldn't. You got the whole back seat to yourself, buddy. They didn't put nobody else back there with you. Like, what's there to be fucking claustrophobic about at this point? So you started the shit before you were ever put on the ground. I'm not condoning what the cops did by any means. Should Chauvin have had his knee on your neck? No, he should not. Especially if you were already saying you couldn't breathe. Probably not on your back, maybe. On your thigh, definitely. But not on your neck. I'll give you that one. But sorry, you already couldn't breathe.
And, you know, here's the thing about it. They taught us this shit when I was going through McMap. The same thing that the officers were saying. If you can talk, you can breathe.
It's true.
We had guys pass out during McMap training while we were doing ground fighting. Not because they were choked out or anything, but because they basically put themselves into a fucking panic attack because they thought they couldn't breathe.
Yeah, that's the scariest. I don't know about you. Have you ever had the wind knocked out of you?
Yes.
Fucking terrifying.
Oh, it is.
Because you can breathe. You just think you can't.
Right.
And that's the scariest thing ever, is the thinking you can't breathe. That makes you not be able to breathe.
Yeah.
And that's why you go the fuck out.
Yeah.
Trust me, I have did the whole Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu thing. I know what a fucking rear naked choke feels like.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not even a choke. It cuts off blood to the brain. Like, they're not crushing your windpipe. They're cutting off fucking arterial blood.
Yeah.
So it's not an actual choke. They shouldn't even call it a choke. But that right there, that'll put you out in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And so, honestly, if his knee was where I think it was, that would have been more like a blood choke.
Right.
Because he wasn't on his windpipe or his trachea. He was on the side of his neck, possibly the rear, which is either arterial or spine. So that's not even a choke.
Yeah, but, you know, like I was saying, we had guys pass out during ground fighting because they panicked themselves. They gave themselves a fucking panic attack because they thought they couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
And our instructor told us, you know, you just got to relax and just remember, you can breathe.
Yeah, you can.
So we're going to have to leave it there. We're running out of time. Don't forget to go on our Facebook page, Two Beards Talking. Like us, follow us, interact with us. Remember, to all you meme lords out there, make your memes for Antifa versus Sturgis. Go share it on our Facebook page. We're going to select a winner, and the winner will receive one of our Covidicus 10 Commandment t-shirts. Covidiots. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Covidicus. Yeah, Covidiots. Covidiots 10 Commandments t-shirts. The winner will receive one of those shirts absolutely free. You will have... Let's see here. Today's August the 17th. We'll give you to the end of the month. So there's 31 days in August?
I think there's 31, yeah.
Yeah. You got until the end of the month to get your submission in. So on September the 1st, we will announce the winner on our Facebook page, and we will go from there. We will announce the winner. We'll get in contact with you, get the information we need. We'll get your shirt out there to you.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Also, remember, you can listen to more of our show throughout the week on Anchor.fm. Look us up on there again at Two Beards Talking. And if you would like to become one of our monthly contributors, we have 99 cents, $4.99, and $9.99. And we would greatly appreciate your support there.
Yes, sir. That'll about do it.
Yep. So, again, a big shout out to the troops, to the men and women serving overseas and on the home front. We appreciate everything y'all are doing for us. Keep up the good work. Come home safe. We're all rooting for you here back home. This has been Two Beards Talking on Armed Radio. I am Daniel Sanders.
And I am Sherlock Holmes, a.k.a. Matt Lassiter.
Thanks for listening, everybody.